Hello students, today we're going to see complementary and supplementary angles. Let's start with the complementary. Here we have a graph of complementary angles. So the angle DAC plus the angle CAB are complementary because, sorry, they add up to 90 degrees. So it's important to remember this, that complementary are angles that add up to 90 degrees. Just want you to remember, this is the symbol of 90 degrees. It's kind of like L inverted is equal to 90 degrees, okay? Then we have supplementary angles. Those add up to 180 degrees. We have here the angle QRT plus the angle TRS. And that's gonna add up to 180 degrees. So supplementary angles add up to 180 degrees. The symbol for supplementary angles, or actually no, the symbol for 180 degrees, remember, is this, right? So it's the semicircle that's gonna run on top of a line. This is our line. Okay, so now we can start with some problems. Let's see the first graph. So it's asking to find the value of the variable b. The first thing that I notice is to read the graph. From the graph, I can see this symbol. Right away, I can tell that the angles inside are going to add up to 90 degrees. So we have that the angle B plus the angle that is 51 degrees is going to add up to 90 degrees. You notice here the angle B, and here the angle that measures 51 degrees. If you notice, both angles add up, both angles form a right angle, which is the definition for complementary angles. Well, then that's our equation, right? How can we solve b plus 51 equals to 90? So some number plus 51 degrees is going to give me 90 degrees. Well, that's the equation, and we can use some algebra 1 knowledge for this. We're going to get rid of the plus 51, and that's going to be with the inverse, which is minus. So minus 51 on both sides of the equation. I got this to cancel out. Plus 51 minus 51. I'll get the b here, and I got here 90 minus 51, which I can work it out on the side. So that's going to be 9. That's going to become an 8. So b is going to be 39 degrees. Okay, that was pretty easy. It's just, I think the key on the problem is to find out, to remember that this symbol is equal to 90 degrees. Next problem. Aha. We have a line. When we have a line, automatically comes to my mind, okay, this is a straight angle equals to 180 degrees. So even if I don't see the semicircle that we were talking about, right, we're going to think that. So if we emphasize, right, the line that actually we care here is going to be this one, right? It's going to be this one. We see that we have two angles, right? The angle x minus 22, which is going to be this, the angle x minus 22. And then we have the angle that is 135 degrees, right? That's an obtuse angle. So, well, the sum of both is equal to 180 degrees because both rely on the line. Okay, so now we have our equation. We can go and solve it. And we have that we're going to use combined like terms first. We're going to combine this minus 22 with this 135. And that's going to be 135 minus 22 is going to be 3, 3 minus 2. So I end up having here my x plus 113 equals to 180. How can I solve these ones? The equation with, well, you can read it as some number, right, plus 113 equals to 180. Again, we're going to use inverse operation. And we're going to subtract 113. So in that way, I can cancel this positive 113. I'm going to have my variable x here. Sorry, it's going to be red. My variable x, and then on the right-hand side, I'm subtracting, and I'm going to end up with 47 degrees. So the value of 47 makes that the angle x minus 22 plus 135 equals to 108. Okay, now let's see if we have one more example. Oh, yeah. Okay, so right away, what kind of angle is that? Yeah, good answer. This, oh, sorry. This is a right angle. See this? This is a right angle. That means all the angles that are inside are going to add up to 90 degrees. So we have that 4x plus 6, which is this angle, right? Plus the angle 6x plus 4, which is the one that is adjacent, is going to be equal to 90 degrees. Okay, so remember combined like terms. That's the tool number one that we have to use when solving equations in geometry. We're going to combine those terms, and 4x plus 6x is going to be 10x. And we're going to have the same with the independent terms. 6 plus 4 equals 10 and equals to 9, right? We have here, we're going to, okay, so 10x plus 10 equals 9. This is a two-step equation, and we are going to get rid of the number first, the number with no letter. Okay, so minus 10, which is the inverse of plus, and I end up with 10x equals 80, and of course x is equal to 8. Oh, actually, I'm going to do the right thing. And we know that now we have to, the 10 is multiplying the x. So I'm going to divide, right? The inverse multiplication is division. So that's how I end up with x equals 80 divided by 10 is going to be 8. And this is the answer. So the value of the variable x that make these two angles complementary is 8. Okay, guys, I think, oh no, there's one more. So again, we have a triangle that looks like a right angle, and then we have a line. So we have to kind of remember that we are going to look for, oh, sorry, we are going to look for these, I'm sorry, we're going to look for this symbol. Remember, that symbol means, or that symbol, symbol means 90 degrees. Do we see that symbol in the graph? Not at all. So that's not a good answer. So now we see the line, and we said that when we have a line, and there are some angles inside, definitely those need to add up to 180 degrees. And that's exactly what I have here, right? The angle B, which is this one, the angle B, plus the angle 34 is going to be equal to 180. That means the angle B plus 34 is equal to, is equal to 180. That means these angles are supplementary. Okay, so now we are solving the equation. We are going to apply the inverse operation of 34. I'm sorry, we're going to apply the inverse operation of plus, which is minus on both sides. So now we have that the angle B is equal to 146 degrees. So don't get intimidated by the figure, like, oh my God, there's a line, there's a triangle. Remember that for the first thing is to look for the symbols, right? If we have an inverted L, that means we have a right angle. If we have lines everywhere, that means we're gonna be dealing with supplementary angles, okay? Well, guys, we have a homework to do. So that's it for supplementary and complementary angles. Use this knowledge for your homework, okay? So see ya.